friends. In this video, I'm going to show you how I varnish my paintings and how I wire them for submission into a gallery. So, I did a video on my varnishing technique maybe 3 years ago. And while there's still some valuable information in there, because I think I talked about framing and various things, I have changed my varnishing technique for the most part. In that old video, I used Liquitex gloss varnish, and I thinned it down with a bit of water. It says do not thin, but I did. And I think in the video I said I did it about 50-50. Well, as time went on, I diluted it less than that, maybe 25% water, 75% varnish, and then I put on several coats. But now I'm using Gamblin's Gamvar gloss. It's for both oil and acrylic varnish paintings, and I use it for I bought it to use on my oil paintings, and then I realized that it's for acrylic as well, and I thought I'm going to try it on a pour, and my gosh, it's so simple, looks great. So this is what I've been doing recently. So I'm going to show you how that's done, and then talk about wiring. So let's get to it. I'm going to put one glove on. I get a piece of what's this? What is this? T-shirt. I go to my husband's drawer. He has so many, he'll never miss it. And I cut one up into a bunch of little squares. And remove the cat hair. Then I'm going to dampen it with water. Not soaking wet, but just damp. So it's nice and pliable. Then I'm going to pour some of this Gamsol into a little container. And this is perfect for me because sometimes I will embellish my pours with some oil painting. So this works for both oil and acrylics. So it's the ideal varnish for my purposes. All right, so then you just get a liberal amount of the Gamvar on there. There's another cat hair. And there you go. You go to town. And just apply an even coat, a thin coat. And unlike the Liquitex, there's a little working time with this. So then I go back and forth just to make sure I get every area. I'll even do this with a very gentle touch. And already just one coat has given me a pretty nice finish. This could be sufficient. I'll let it dry overnight and I'll decide if I want to add another coat, but check that out. And that's how it will dry, nice and shiny. I'm going to give the sides the varnish treatment as well. And bam. Now I touched up the very corners just last night, so I did get a little black off of there, but the painting has been curing for at least a month. So, but I'll turn this to a fresh spot for my next painting. Okay, now let me find a place for this. I should have done this for you beforehand, but look at that. Okay. Oh, and I do put the tacks in it. I always tape the back of my paintings before I pour, so I get a pretty neat backing there. And I put the tacks in there before I varnish, so it is off the surface, and I can get good coverage on the sides. Let's do another one. It's so fast. All right, I'm gonna varnish this one. Did you see the video where I fixed the bottom here? I brush painted this whole thing because it got smeared during the drying process, and so I had to kind of sand it off, and this is all fake painting there. It's kind of fun. I did a video on that. If you missed it, you might enjoy watching it. So this is a 15 by 30. I won't be able to show the whole, you won't see the whole thing, but well, here, let me show you the before varnishing. It does dry with a sheen, these Liquitex fluid paints, but I want it shinier than that. So I'm dipping my t-shirt into there, and there we go. Oops, a little blue is coming off, but not enough to worry me. And I think I'm off camera, but you know what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to go across very gently, making sure I have everywhere covered. And then the opposite direction, just a light touch overlapping. I mean, with that Liquitex, I would do 8 or 10 coats before it would start looking like this. So this is a real time saver. Bam. Now, look at that. That could be sufficient. But, oh, I didn't do the sides. Oh, on this one I want to repaint the sides because I didn't have real good coverage on the side. So I'm not going to varnish the sides on this one yet. All right. That's that. Now, sometimes I like the sides to be painted a solid color. I don't think I showed you this one yet. This was the what do you call it? Pearl pour, dump and swirl, where my phone landed in the paint. As I was tilting, I hit the holder here and it fell in, and so I had to stop filming and rinse off my phone and pour this whole section off. So anyway, I think I saved it with this one, with this guy, and I think that'll be really fun when it's varnished. Now in this one, I decided to paint the sides a solid color. So I just painted it black all the way around, but I'm thinking I might come back and do kind of a sponge effect with gold and copper, possibly, to dress up the sides of this one. So I'm not sure about that. But sorry. All right. Now this one, I haven't varnished this yet, and I'm holding off on it. I don't need it for a while, until July. So, and it's recently painted, so I'm going to let this one sit before I varnish. But I will go ahead and wire it now. That won't matter because when I go to varnish it, I will put it up on the thumbtacks. So, when you wire your paintings, you should wire them, no sawtooth hangers. It's for something large anyway. Most galleries won't take sawtooth hangers, but they have specific wiring too that they want. And so I'm going to show you what how I've been doing them lately, and I think it looks great, and I'm happy with it. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm wiring the right. Yeah, I want to make sure I have the painting the right way up. Okay, so this is a 20 by 20. Rule of thumb, you want to go about 1/3 of the way down for that would be the location of your D-rings. Between 1/4 and 1/3. A third on a smaller canvas like this, but on the real long, like the blue one I just varnished, I'd probably go down 1/4 of the way down, because say this is the wall and you've wired your long painting 1/3 of the way down, it would be about here. Well, it's going to pull away from the wall. The center of gravity is going to be too low. So by wiring it closer up, like 1/4 of the way down, it will hang on the wall better. So 1/3 of the way down for smaller canvases, the longer ones 1/4 of the way down. So this is a, as I said, a 20 by 20. So 1/3 of that is roughly 6.5, we'll call it. So I have this tool, it's called an awl. I'm going to start a little pilot hole. Put your D-rings in the inner wood, not the outer part covered in canvas. And I'm going to come down, what did I say, 6 inches. That's good. And I'm going to go about there, right around the middle of the wood. Start a little pilot hole. And 6 inches on this side. All right, then if I'm doing a bunch of these, I get the drill motor out, but I'm not doing a bunch right now, so I'll screw it in by hand. So the D-ring has a flat side to it, and that's the side you want to put down against the frame. And I don't have this on the Phillips head. There we go. So flat side down. And screw it in. I like to have it at a tiny bit of an angle rather than like that, a little bit of an angle. Can you see what I'm doing? I hope you can. Okay, that's on there good. Now the other side. Good grief. I have done this 1,000 times. I don't think I've ever done what I've done 3 times now. Find the hole there. Maybe my pilot hole wasn't big enough. That's better. Okay. I'm also going to show you how I sign my pieces, what information I put on the back. Okay. All right, now the wire I use is this vinyl coated stainless steel wire. It's just very comfy on your hands. And it's really easy to bend. I'm going to go in a little closer here for this part. Let's see. Okay, I think you can. Shall I zoom in even closer? Why not? I don't think I can. That's as close as it's going to get. All right. Take your wire and put one end underneath and pull it a good 3 inches through, over, and go over your first wire there. I mean, wrap it around is what I mean. And then this time you go in from the top into the D-ring. So you have kind of a slip knot here. I'll bring you in and show you that. So the first loop goes under and the second one goes over. And then you twist this around 4 or 5 times is sufficient. I mean, you can do as many as you want. That's good, and you make it nice and snug. And then you take your wire cutters and snip it. Snip the end. If you have some good wire, there we go. All right, then I'm going to go over to the other side. I need to clear the deck here so I can move this thing over. Okay. Now this time, I'm going to go just kind of measure about 4 or 5 inches past the D-ring and cut it there. And repeat. So under. Now this time, before you go over, you want to have the middle of it between 2 and 3 inches from the, oops, now I gotta go like this, from the top of the canvas, because you don't want your hanger showing at all. So 2 to 3 inches from the top there, and I'm somewhere in the ballpark there, a little over 2 inches, I'm thinking. So that's where I make the crease, or whatever you want to call it, here. So I've gone under. Now I'm going to go wrap it around this wire, wrap it around, pull it snug, and put it through the D-ring. Put it down from the top to the bottom and twist the excess. The snugger you can make it, the better, the stronger it will be, and the nicer it looks. And cut the excess. I need some new wire cutters. Okay, and that's it for wiring. Now, my gallery requires that you tape the ends. So I would put a little artist tape, not blue tape, but it looks like masking tape, but it's artist tape around the ends of that wire, just so nobody gets snagged by it. I don't have my... I can't put my hands on it right now, but I'll come back and do that. Just wrap a little bit of artist tape around the two edges there. So that's it for the wiring. Now, let me zoom out. And continue. So got it wired. Now I'm going to sign this. I use a Sharpie. Oh, except I don't know that I've come up with a name for this one. I can't sign this one yet. I don't have a name. Do I? What shall I call this? Oh, wait a minute. I did have a name. Oh, what was it? It's like the blankety blank. I think it starts with an M. I cannot remember. It's terrible. Well, I'll leave a space for it. So I would put the title here, and I put it in quotation marks. This is a permanent sharper fine tip. I'd put the name there, end quotation marks. Then below that, I put the medium. Acrylic. And then I put the year that I painted it, 2026. And then over here, I will sign it. And then I have these wonderful little stickers that I got from, I don't know, stickers.com or something. I don't know. They're easy to find and make. And I put one of those here. It's got my website and my email on there. And then last but not least, where are they? What did I do with them? I have these wonderful little felt things. I thought I had everything handy here, but I have misplaced. Well, I have little felt tabs that I put in each corner. It just helps protect the wall. It just adds a nice finishing touch, and that's it. So, one more look at the D-ring with the wiring. About three. Oh my gosh, look at my hand. It looks so huge. And the other end. And down here, the title, whatever it is, the medium, and date, and my signature. Now, I don't always sign my paintings on the front if I feel it's going to interfere with the look. This one, I might sign it down here, just small, and I'll just put Jessic, that's how I sign it. Or I sign on the side. And I kind of like that too, Jessic. So if it's a pour, I haven't painted and embellished in any way, I'll usually just put my initials down here, or on the side, or I'll write Jessic on the side. But I always put all the complete information on the back. And the reason I write whether it's acrylic or not is because I do paint in oils, and sometimes I want to revamp a painting, and I can paint oils over acrylics, but I can't paint acrylics over oils. So, and sometimes you can't tell the difference all the time, so I want to be able to remember what I painted in, although obviously these pours are acrylic. But I did paint that in acrylics as well. had I done oils, I would put acrylic/oil. So let's check in on those two pieces and see how they're doing, the two I varnished. I know I have a name for that lizard, I just can't come up with it right now. It's looking pretty good. I think I'll come back and do one more though tomorrow. I'll let it dry overnight. It's fairly dry, but it's a little tiny bit sticky. So we'll let it rest and then give it another coat. The different canvases react differently. That was a, I don't know. Sometimes the edge are different than the level 3 from Michael's, but this one's looking pretty good. I think this might be sufficient. And maybe on the different colors, it looks different, but I think one coat is going to be enough for this one. Well, I think that's it, my friends. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found this helpful. And if there's anything else I can think of that I wanted to tell you, I will add it in the notes below. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.